I'm Tiffany Alexander. I have a master's in education. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I've been in practice for over 10 years. We're going to talk about victory over job loss or unemployment. We're seeing a lot of people lose their jobs lately, and it impacting families. It impacts everyone. It'd be hard to find anybody who doesn't know someone who's been impacted by our economy as of the last 5 years or so. Well, a lot of times as Americans, we're hardworking people, and we put a lot of value into our careers. We put a lot of education, a lot of time. We work really hard. We spend more hours working than we do anything else in our lives. We spend more hours working than we do sleeping. We spend more hours working than we do with our families. There's very few things in life that anybody spends more hours doing on a week-to-week basis than we do working. So it becomes a big part of our identity and who we are and how we feel purposeful. And that's a real important part of being healthy and feeling good about oneself, is to feel purposeful and to feel like we contribute something. And it's a lot of times how we see ourselves as a ... whatever we do. When you lose your job, you lose that sense of identity. You lose that sense of purposefulness. You lose that, also you lose the income. And that makes it really hard for families. A lot of people are on, they have very strict budgets. So there's not a lot of room for a loss of income for any extended period of time. So there's, obviously the first rule of thumb would be look for a new job. But some industries are going away, so those jobs are not available, or there are not very many of them. There are more people qualified than there are jobs left available for them. So a lot of people are having to change industries. So if your identity is wrapped up in what you do and you're looking at a possible industry change, that can be very confusing. A counselor could really help you identify what are your strengths, what are the good things about you as a person, what are the characteristics as an employee that you bring to the table when you're So when you go to interviews for these kind of jobs, you'll know how to sell yourself, even though that's not your industry or that's not your background. It's real important to know. Also, just, what makes you special outside of work? What are your hobbies? Why are you an awesome person? Everybody needs to know why they're an awesome person, and if you're not, you need to work on getting to be that way, right? Losing your job can be the most fantastic thing that ever happened to a lot of people. A lot of people who are in business for themselves right now are only in business for themselves because they lost their job. It's really hard to take that transition from, a steady paycheck, steady hours, a regular schedule, benefits. It's really hard to walk away from that and start your own business, even though a lot of people would love to have, be self-employed or start their own companies, but they don't because they can't leave that security. Well, when you lose your job, the security's taken away. So might as well try that dream now.